Good morning, beginning farmer friends. We are in the winter lot today, and I am going to be positive because last video I broke something. The video before that I talked about why you shouldn't be a farmer, and the video before that I said, is my farm failing? Today we are going to talk about something that is working on our farm, something that is going well, and that is the sheep. Because one of the things that I said we needed to do, and see if I can get the sheep in the background here, is we needed to revitalize and revamp our Katahdin sheep flock, and we have done that. We've been processing the old ewes, moving them along, and we brought in a new flock of registered Katahdin sheep, which in a weird way is something that I said I never would do, which is registered anything, because I read that in Joel Salatin's book, You Can Farm. At least I think that's where I read it, but we're gonna go for it. We've got 8 registered ewes, 4 registered ewe lambs, and 1 registered ram from Sturdy Post Farms. And we are going to keep them registered. We're gonna do our best to do some good breeding so that we have great lambs that finish well on pasture. That's the idea, at least. Good ewes, good lambs, good meat, good sales. What needs to happen today though is this. So I have all the sheep up here in the winter lot because I want to sort them and move them all to various places. The ram is going to stay up here. I've got another ram lamb that's going to stay up here with it. We've got our dairy calf in here, or I guess I should say our bottle calf that eventually hopefully will be our dairy calf, Daisy. She's here, so they'll just all hang out. The growers, the feeders, they're going to go into the front pasture, which right now is the best pasture. And the ewes are going to go out into the other pasture, the side pasture, because it's still good, but not as good as the front pasture. That's the plan. The question is, can I do it? Will they go where I want them to go? Ideally, I'm going to move them as one group into that corral where I can sort them. The bucks back here, the rams back here, the ewes up front, or the ewes over there, and the feeders up front. I tried to do this yesterday without the camera on, and it didn't work. Now I've got a camera today, so I guess if it doesn't work, we'll have evidence. The other thing I could do is sort them into that shed, or drive them into that shed, and then sort them out of there, but honestly, corral it's better. As you can tell, that went really well. We're gonna move on to plan B right now. I just don't know what plan B is. I'm gonna try a bucket of alfalfa pellets by the gate. All right, sheep, let's work together on this. Okay, go that way. Don't run. As you can tell, my bucket of feed did not work. I just enticed them to run faster as they went past me, but I did get them over there in the shed. So that's where we're going to sort them from. The problem that I think we're dealing with, well, there's lots of problems that we're dealing with, mostly that we don't have good sheep working facilities. But the biggest problem that we're dealing with is that was actually like a combination of multiple flocks, like 3, 4, 5 flocks, because the ram, when we brought it, it had only been together with another ram. All the ewes were together, all the ewe lambs and the ram lambs were together, and then on top of that we have a couple sets of bottle lambs. So they were all kind of flocked together, but also not kind of flocked together. Let's sort them out. I think what I want to do, swing this gate around here.
How are we sorting them?
I'll tell you in a second. And then probably need another gate, the middle one. Okay. Right there. Come on, do it. Now, we're going to need one of those. What side do you have? I'm actually going to send out the ewe lambs with them as well. You gotta remember my
Which one's which?
this one. There's the lamb, there's the ram.
They're staying here for today.
All right, that's the first batch sorted. Let me show you what I've got in that batch and tell you a little bit about it, why I sorted it. Like I said, I don't have great sorting facilities, but I do have that didn't go too bad, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Here's what we've got out here. Out here, we've got the feeder ram lambs. I bought some. We had some ourselves. They're out here. Also out here, we have our ewe lambs. So the ewe lambs that were born this year on our farm, I'm not planning on keeping any of them except for one, I believe, which was a lamb that was shown at the fair this year by the kids. They can show it as a yearling ewe next year. All of these ram lambs are castrated, so we don't have to worry about any breeding. We also out here have 4 of the registered Katahdin lambs, ewe lambs that I purchased. So they're going to go out onto the best grass right now. I wonder how many that is. Let me count them real quick. Let me count them again. I think that means 23. So if you take off the 4 Katahdin registered, that means 19. You take off the 1 show lamb, that means 18. So in theory, we have 18 lambs that we will be processing some point this year, early next year. That's pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited about that. Let's hope that they go through this gate out into the yard and into the other pasture. Let's hope. Let's hope. Yeah. Shut this gate. I don't want to do that again. Hopefully they don't stop to play carpet ball. Oh, we should have. That's okay. Yeah. I'm going to call that successful. That was a successful move of 23 sheep. I just did a little math in my head while we were moving those. That means we have 34 sheep on the farm right now. The good news is, of those 23, most of them, like I said, are going to leave sometime, you know, between now and January or something like that. And actually, we have 2 up here that I'm going to be processing, so we'll be down to 32 next week. The next thing we need to do is take the 8 ewes out of this pen. They're going to go into the pasture where they were. There's still good grass there, just not as good as the front pasture where I put the lambs that I want to grow the fastest. That leaves us the ram, a ewe that I'm going to process, and a ram lamb back there that'll probably get processed next week as well. Our 8 ewes that need to go out to the pasture. We're going to take them out to the pasture. Good deal. We now have sheep in 3 separate areas. There's my broken shed that I was talking about. What do you think? Do you like our new Katahdins? Let me tell you what you think in the comments down below. By the way, if you like this video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help the YouTube algorithms. I'm going to latch this gate and see what we need to do with the sheep next. Old Mr. Ram here is kind of like, hey, where did all my friends go? We'll put him back with them shortly. Right now, we just needed to get them separated and sorted. I wanted to have the feeder lambs in their own spot, as I've been talking about. I wanted to have the ewes over there basically so I could have the feeder lambs in their own spot so they wouldn't be with the ram. Thankfully, we've got plenty of grass here in the winter lot for the ram and Daisy, the bottle calf, or the hopeful dairy calf, and the ewe and the ram lamb that are going to be gone by next Wednesday. As I have documented multiple times, Crooked Gap Farm 2.0 is not going exactly how I expected Crooked Gap Farm 2.0 to go, but the sheep were one thing that I needed to revitalize and rejuvenate, and we've done that. So I am thankful that that has got done. I really can't wait to see what we're able to produce as far as lamb goes next year with what is arguably at least twice as good a flock, if not more. I mean, the ram that we're using this year probably 4 times as good as any ram we've ever used on this farm. So I am super excited about that. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, like, comment, all that good stuff. I hope you guys are having a great day. I would love to hear your thoughts on Katahdin sheep in general, or if you want to hear any of my thoughts on Katahdin sheep, put them in the comments down below.